Hey Eric James. Hey, I think I've got this job master thing worked out for you here. So I'm going to go through what I did. It really was doing things in the proper sequence, and numbering had a lot to do with how this job works. So I'm just going to run through it and then send you the instructions, and then we can talk about it if needed, or we can show it to the customer. So I took their original PDF right here. I opened it in Job Master. It was 14 pages, 7 sheets. When I got to thinking about it, I was like, you know what? We really need to leave it like this. This will make it much easier. So what we should have in here is 14 pages, of the form front to back, and there's several things we need to do in order to make this work. The first thing is I set the media type, okay? And so these first 10 pages are really the front to back NCR. So I went ahead in my paper catalog and I named it with NCR, and I want to assign those with that name. This is going to make it much easier when it comes to doing the numbering and it comes to telling it where you need the numbering. If I have separated the job by type of media, then it'll make it easier to call it out for numbering. So that's NCR. The TOC, I also made a separate paper catalog for that because this will also help when we're running the job, right? It's going to pull the right media. And I called that TOC blue down here, right? And it actually is going to make it blue so you can see it easier too. All right. So that's like step number one in this process is you have to get the media set correctly. Then what I did was if I select all here, then I can set this whole job to duplex. All right, so page duplex, top to top, there we go. And this is where it gets kind of fun and interesting. I'm going to do a small iteration of this, but at this point you have currently a 7 sheet two-sided job, but we want to do a total number of sets. All right. So the way you do this in Job Master is you say that you want to duplicate the job. So everything that I just said I want to duplicate, and I have to do this first because if I don't, then my numbering will be wrong, okay? We want the numbering to be sequential through the entire job run, not just the first 7 sheets. So for small numbers, just to make this quick, I'm going to say a total of 100, okay? 100 sets basically. And this is going to insert all of those, copy the job. Obviously, if they're doing a bigger run of 2,500, this is going to take a little longer, right? Because you can see how long it's taken just for 100. But it's doing all of the settings that I just did, and it's copying that. And then if I needed to verify, I should have a total of 700 if I'm doing 1,400 because it's two-sided. So I've got 1,400 pages, 700 sheets. All right. So that's the third step. Then once you do that, what you want to do is you want to select by media. All right, and that's where that first part was really handy because when I do my numbering, I don't want the table of contents to have a number on it, right? Or not table of contents, terms. I really just need it on the front side of this NCR sheet here, of this NCR. So I'm going to select the media. Okay, that's only, if you were to scroll through here, you'll notice it only selected the sheets that I called NCR. Okay, and then from there, what I want to do is say, um, under my actions, edit numbering and stamps. And then just hit the plus sign. That's going to add our selection. And I know this is correct because it says 1 through 10, and then you can see 11, 12, 13, and 14 is missing. Well, that's 14 pages of the TOC that's going to be front to back. I don't want to include numbering on those. That's why I selected just the NCR media. Up here is normally where you would put in things like if I want, um, 05 means I want 5 characters for my numbering, and I have to put a colon behind that. And then, from here you can start laying out what type of font you want to use, the size of the font, bold, italic, whatever, the color, you can pick color. and then you would go down and select your numbering options. I created this already and I called it send, so I'm just going to pull my template because we talked about that. So if I do that, you can see now what I've got. It's saying, hey, count only the specified pages, use custom numbering. I'm incrementing, I'm starting at 1, and I said I want 5 characters. I said that up here. I want 5 characters. I'm starting at 1, and I'm going to repeat 10 times. All right, this becomes hugely critical. I'm repeating 10 times because I said I have 10 pages in my range that I want numbers, and I don't want to. I want to skip the others. All right, so if we were looking at this, I'm going to blow this up a little bit so you can see it a little better. So if we were looking at where I put that numbering, which by the way, that box can be moved anywhere. I moved it to the top there, but it's a box that you can just move anywhere. So if we kind of go through this, this is the first NCR sheet. There's the number, there's the back sheet, it's got nothing. The second one, it still continues with 001 because it's a carbon copy, right? There's the back, it's got nothing. There's the third one, there's the back. Here's the fourth one, there's the back. There's the fifth one, here's the back. And then when we get to the TOC, you'll see there's no numbering. And that's because right under my print options, I also said only print on the front, okay? And that just keeps it from printing on the back, but really it was my page range selection here keeps it from ending up on the TOC. So this will just continue on. The next one here should be table count TOC. And then when we get to the next NCR form, there it is. It skipped to 2 now. So if this is printed in sequence, we're going to end up with 1,400 pages, really 700 sheets, and it should be, 001 all the way through 00700. I've tested this. It works. Hopefully this is what the customer is looking for. If not, we can have a different conversation. But basically all I do at this point is I click OK, and I'm not going to do it because I've already done it. And that would go back into the queue, and I've got one in the queue already that's already done. It should be this one. And if I was to do a process and hold on this job, you would see the total number of pages being processed, and now my command workstation has decided to freeze up on me. Here we go. Process and hold. Right? And when this gets done processing, you can see it's doing 1,400 pages, but it's going to end up being 700 sheets front to back. So that's how you do it. Hopefully that helps you. If not, let me know. And I'm going to send with the video some step-by-step instructions. All right, thanks, man. Take care.